Going live, going live. Hello, we're live. So we have a guest tonight on our live. We'll wait for some folks to come in. And then we'll reveal who our guest is. $14 seconds. So we'll see. We'll see if anybody comes in. That's my notification that I'm live. Yep, I'm live. I am. Shh. You're a guest. You can't speak yet until I say your name. Now you can speak.
I have to stay still.
I'm trying to hide you. My guest is uncooperative. I'll wait for some folks to come on in. So, there's Brenda. Merry Christmas, Miss Brenda. We have, I left my mail and stuff out there. We got 3 thumbs up and 3 folks in. Hi, Heather. Hello. So, here in just a little bit, connection is unstable reconnecting. Okay. I guess we're reconnected. Okay. Sorry, guys, if it's lagging any. I guess our internet's kind of crazy here. We had crazy winds. Oh, we're good. Thanks, Brenda. We had crazy windstorm this week. Not as bad as Western Oklahoma and Western Kansas had, but we did have a pretty nasty storm come in. It blew the hog house out of the hog pen and knocked the fence down, and I had to go out in the storm and put the fence back up and put a T-post in and retie the fence. Hello, Mr. Charles. I got your card yesterday. Thank you, Mr. Charles. I got several cards this week, and I left them at home. I was going to bring them. But anyway, hi, Lori. Yeah, so it was awful. It was a terrible storm. The hogs didn't get out. Hello, Roy. The hogs didn't get out, and we were able to, the girls and I were able to Thursday open the pig pen back up and pull the T-post that I put in, and Hannah kept the hogs busy, and Becca and I were able to turn the hog house over and carry it back into the hog pen. So we are 3 minutes in. Cool. So guys, I have a surprise guest. So I got a Christmas present a few days early. I'm trying to keep him hidden. There's my Christmas present a few days early. So Gary had the week off. Hello, Brother Donnie. So I have Gary for the whole week of Christmas. How fun is that?
Oh, there we
go. So, yep, the whole week of Christmas, I have Gary. So we are. But after we got the hog house back into the hog shed, I said to Becca, I forgot my camera. We should have filmed this. But Hannah did a fabulous job keeping the hogs busy. And Lori says, hello, Gary.
Hello.
Yes, Brenda, it's a great present. So yeah, we got it back in, got the house back in, and the fence put back.
Homeside preacher,
Brother Donnie.
Donnie, yeah. Donnie.
So this week we got.
Good to see you too, Roy.
We got mail.
I guess I'm hearing from you or reading from you or something. I can't see you. I can't hear you either. Here, let me get my glasses on.
But anyway, we got mail from Mr. Charles with Fallen Arkansas Veterans. We got a very nice card from him yesterday. Got a card from Lisa at Yogi Hollow and her husband. And we got a card from Kansas Misfit. I got another card, and I can't remember who it was from. That's terrible. Oh, Pafford's.
Yeah.
I got a card from Pafford's, and they'll be live sometime. I think they were live earlier today. Today was kind of crazy. It was Great Grocery Giveaway Day, so we were delivering groceries and visiting our folks on our grocery list. checking on all them. So, yeah, I'm kind of excited to have Gary home for a week. And we'll see if we can get some videos shot. We'll see. We'll see. So,
There's going to be a lot of work done.
Yeah, lots of work. Lots of work.
I still kind of got a little string of a handyman business too, and I'm going to try to do some of that. I did some of that the other day.
Yeah.
Got some of it done.
So, yeah, I've got lots of projects that he can work on at the house. And
glad to be home to work on.
Yeah. And I'm off for the next 2 weeks. My job takes a break at Christmas, and they'll take a summer break as well. And we'll have spring break off and holidays. So, and then we'll go back to our schedule of Tuesday through Thursday after the first of the year. And so that'll kind of free some things up for me, and maybe I can get some videos shot on Mondays and Fridays and try to get a video or two out a week. I haven't decided. I'm thinking about going to a longer video once a week, combining a couple of my videos and doing that. We are sitting at 2,400 hours, just over 2,400 hours. I think it was 2,416, I think was this morning was the hours. And watch hours.
We're having a really hard time breaking that hour.
We are having a hard time now. If it went lifetime of our channel, we would be there, but it's not the lifetime of our channel. So, yeah. But so thank you guys so much. And thank you everybody that sent us messages telling us you missed us and everything like that. It's just hectic trying to get things figured out. Last week we had a memorial service for our friend. And so, we went to that and I didn't get back in time, and Gary had to go to Missouri. So, yeah, I had chores I needed to get done, and I just wasn't able to get enough time to get it all done. So that's what last week.
Yeah. I've been in Missouri working for my brother and his custom carpentry business. And I've been helping my dad on the farm and my brother, cutting firewood for them when I have time off, or for my brother, and kind of thought about several things around there. I thought, oh, this would be a cool video, but I didn't take the camera with me.
I've got to get you your own little GoPro or something.
Yeah, and we dropped a couple of red oak trees. My brother and I did a couple of dead red oaks in the holler behind his house, and they were 35 inches across and 130 feet tall. And when a tree like that hits the ground, it shakes everything.
Mm-hmm.
And so we dropped a couple of those great big ones. And he was like, I've been wanting to cut those, but I'm not going to cut them by myself. And I don't want Dad to get hurt trying to help me cut them. He said, why don't you help me drop them? I was like, all right. And I have a bigger saw than he does anyway. So we dropped them big trees. And it was quite the thrill to drop them great big old standing dead trees. And we I've done a lot of things over there, and kind of wish I could have took some of y'all along, but I went to a horse auction. My nephew had trained a horse, and he thought he could sell it at the auction, so we took it to the auction, and he sold it, and kind of had some fun there, looking at different horses and stuff. And
hi, Miss Jan.
Yeah, Brenda, they were big red oak trees. They made lots of firewood. They were dead and starting to rot in the middle a little bit, but
your sister-in-law is tickled to death with a pile of wood on her porch.
She is.
And your mama with all her, they don't have a fireplace anymore.
They're doing pellets.
I forgot they put a pellet stove in.
Yeah. Yeah. Charles, it'd been a while since I'd fallen one that big too. It's been a while. I used to do that for a living at one time, but it's been a while since I'd cut one that big, and I cut and dropped one of them. My brother cut and dropped the other one, and he cut the scary one. He's like, I'm going to try to do this. And I'm like, I don't want you to get hurt. And then I was right behind him with wedges and stuff anyway. So we were both there, but it was something. Hey, Kevin.
Hi, Kevin.
I don't know if I said hi to everybody in here, but hi, everybody in here. Jan's in here. Kevin's in here. Probably on separate devices sitting right next to each other.
I think it's awesome. It helps our watch hours. I'm good with it. They're just showing us some love.
Brenda Baker and Donnie from Country Homestead Preacher, and Charles from Fallen Arkansas Veterans, and Lori. I've seen several names through here, so it's good to hear from all y'all. Glad to be able to talk to you.
Yeah, been a crazy busy time. I'm loving my new job. I really, really like it. And I really like that I like being at the job and everything. And it is a part-time seasonal job. So it'll go well with my farmer's market. Will not get in the way of farmer's market at all. So yeah. Hi, Heather.
Well, DJ's here too.
DJ's here. And anyway, I think I said hi to Heather way back when, but I'll say hi again. Jan's going back and seeing who else here and saying hi to everybody. Thank you, Jan. I appreciate that. And she says hi to Kevin and then look over next to him on the couch and say hi, baby. But yeah. Yeah.
It is.
Oh, he loves spending time with his family, though.
Yeah.
He had a good time with his family.
Yep.
So if you got to be away from home,
if you guys are in Lake of the Ozarks area, or Waynesville, Lake of the Ozarks, down to Lebanon, that area, and you need custom carpentry work done, Cargill Custom Carpentry is about as good as it gets. My dad has got 50 years of experience at that, and my little brother's got 30.
Yeah.
And they're about as good as it gets. They do a lot of additions and remodels and stuff. So that's one product placement, or that's one
advertisement.
And I want to plug another one.
Justin Cargill Custom Leather Shop.
Justin Cargill Custom
in Cushing, Oklahoma.
Yeah, they have a website. I think
they do.
They can Justin Cargill Custom Leather.
Yep.
If you'll look that up, horse gear, custom made saddles, custom made spur straps, bridles. They also make purses, and they put colors on jean jackets and coats, tooled leather collars. They tool leather tops for shoes.
Yep.
They make belts. They make some amazing stuff. My cousin Justin, his wife Brooke, and their daughter Mercedes, they do a great job there.
Jewelry, custom made jewelry.
Custom made jewelry. Anything cowboy or Western lifestyle, you're going to find on their website. So go check them out. Probably too late for Christmas stuff.
Yeah.
Hey, I like Christmas presents late. So
well, his birthday's coming up. So
if I can string out a few late Christmas presents, I just have a Christmas or a gift month.
Yeah.
From the end of December all the way to the end of January, right?
But yeah, just adjusting to life, to the new normal. Can I post a link? I can sure give it a go.
Huh.
I will give a try.
I didn't think about having some of that prepared. I was just
that's
thinking,
okay.
That'd be a good place to plug Justin and Brooks' business and Joe's business.
I don't know about Joe's at all.
Cargill Custom Carpentry. If you guys are in that area and you want some work done, just message us or something, and we will get you a phone number. That it is not a website business. They have a good enough reputation and enough word of mouth that they don't mess with a website.
Yeah.
It's Joe's cell phone. So, but yeah, if you guys are interested in that, let us know.
All right. I found it. Let me see if I can get to it and see if I can share it. There it is right there. Copy, share link. Share. Copy link. Sorry, guys. I got to do it on my phone. I'm not good enough. So Gary's got to entertain you for a minute. Oh, he's got it on. Okay. And I'll get that link to Justin up. But yeah, so.
Yeah, she's putting that link up. You guys, I don't know about you guys, but.
Sorry.
We are coming on to one of my favorite holidays. Christmas is one of my favorite, probably my top 3 favorite are Christmas, Easter, and St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah. Hello, Gail. How are you? It's not showing up on the chat, but it sure is. There it is. Yeah. It's on my phone. Hey. My phone's moving faster than the chat.
Hello, Gail, Southern Living.
Yeah. So
Pathways Homestead. Yeah, we got a link up there.
Link for Justin Cargill's
Leather.
Yep, there we go.
All right.
That's the link to their website.
Guys, they have some amazing products.
They do. Fun stuff.
Yeah. I always love to go visit my cousin Justin and his wife Brooke when we're down at Cushing. Just look through their shop for a minute. Mm-hmm. Old style, well done, handmade. and their daughter Mercedes is an amazing artist and does some really good stuff too.
She does.
And I think even his brother Josh, I seen him
Yep.
sewing.
Josh, he was sewing. Yep.
Some of the grunt work in the back a lot. So it's a family business and a good family.
Cool, Mr. Charles. Yeah, check out canning those tomatoes. If salt is an issue for you, use citric acid. If citric acid is an issue, use salt. That's just
nothing wrong with a little salt.
Yeah. Some folks can't handle salt, and some folks, like I have a sister that's allergic to citric acid, so just citrus, so citric acid. So watch out for that. And she's also allergic to tomatoes, but so she won't be eating it anyway. But yeah. Hello. I'm so excited. Everybody's in here. We're having a good chat.
How many people are in here? 8 in here and 8 thumbs up.
That's awesome. So yeah, all the animals are doing good. We're getting ready. The pigs will go off this week. We still have one left to sell. So if anybody wants a hog, send me an email, and I'll get on here and put that on too. Send me an email at I'll put the link here, or I'll put the email here. Oh, Gary's tired.
Sorry.
Oh, it keeps changing. Autocorrect is kicking my booty here.
Missouri, when I've been staying there, I wake up about 4 in the morning and do some things and get ready and then go to work and come home. And I've been going to bed about 8 o'clock a lot of nights. Don't sleep good, but I go to bed pretty early. Play a little cards or dice with mom and dad and then go to bed. So.
All right. There's our email address. It's coming up here. If you're interested in a hog, it is going to the
Angels and Crafts.
Going to the processor this week. And we got one left. There we go. So
Lynette, right? Coffee Angels.
Yes, it's Miss Lynette. That's exactly right.
All right.
So
took me a little while.
Yeah, that's okay. So yeah. Oh, cool. I'm so glad you got to go be with your sister. That's awesome. I went and visited my sister not too long ago. Had a good visit. Gary. Poor Gary. Oh, he's dropping pecans too. We went to visit some friends of ours, and they are tired of picking up pecans. So we may have to go to their house and pick up pecans this week. You know, the 20 pounds or so I have left to crack out aren't enough. I need some more, right?
Yeah, they said they've only picked up like 175 pounds so far. So.
And we bought, your mom and dad Gary's mom and dad got 25 pounds off of them, and I got 25 pounds off of them. So we've been working on cracking them out. Janice canning tomatoes now. Cool. Yeah.
I realize that we probably have more viewers in Missouri probably than we do about anywhere else.
Just about. Yeah, we've got several in Oklahoma.
We do.
Yep.
Yeah, I hadn't thought about that.
We do. There's probably almost as many in Oklahoma as there are in Missouri. We've got several viewers. And I think it's so fun to get viewers all over the world. Like Daz from Aussie's, I'm going to say it wrong.
Aussie
Garden and Kitchen, or Kitchen and Garden.
I don't know. That one guy.
You discovered a pecan tree behind your house. That's awesome, Jan.
Jan, I noticed this in Missouri, and I noticed this here. There's pecan trees that I know of here in Kansas that haven't put on pecans since I've been here that are loaded this year.
Yeah.
So this is a good pecan year.
Yeah. So, yeah. But, yeah. So I love it when everybody comments on our videos because I like knowing where people are from, and it's fun.
My Aussie Garden and Kitchen. Yeah.
My Aussie Garden and Kitchen. Thank you. Yeah, I've enjoyed Daz. But don't watch Daz if you're hungry. Just telling you. That man can cook now. Woo. But he is a retired chef. So, and y'all, if you haven't already, I know this is all family here. If you haven't already, check out each other's channels. Those of y'all that have channels, go check out channels and share some love with each other. You know, I enjoy been cracking nuts for days. Awesome.
Good.
So every 7 years. Yep.
Now, Brenda, I know that is a that's kind of a rule of thumb.
Mm-hmm.
It's completely conditional.
Yeah.
But
it tends to be a pretty.
My grandfather had several of his pecan trees close to his garden, and they got watered regular. He sprayed well, he fertilized, and he always had pecans every year. Some years were better than others, but he had pecans every year.
Yeah.
And he knew how to make that happen.
Yeah. He did a lot to make his work that way.
And he, some of them were natives and one of them was grafted paper shell. But definitely that's kind of a rule of thumb for wild pecan trees or pecan trees that don't get the care.
Yeah. Mr. Charles, I'm so sorry. I am not a technical person. I'm so sorry. I am not gifted with technology at all. So I struggle myself.
Yeah, I don't know how to do any of that.
Jan said she kept seeing pecans on the ground and thought the squirrels were dropping them. That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, them squirrels, hey, if they're going to bring you pecans, bring them on.
Where were we that somebody said they had a couple of pecans show up on their porch where their squirrels have been coming up to their bird feeder and they dropped a couple of pecans and we got to looking and walking and finally found the pecan tree.
I don't remember.
That was last year somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes that happens, Jan, but I'm glad you found the pecan tree and you take advantage of it. So I had an aunt and a great aunt and a great uncle that they had several big pecan trees on their place, but they weren't watered or anything. So in the years that were very plentiful, like every 7 years or whatever, they would just put away gobs and gobs and gobs of pecans. And Uncle Donna loved pecans, and Maribel's cooked great desserts and stuff with pecans. So they'd put away half a freezer full of pecans.
Yeah.
And then in the years they didn't have any, they still had pecans.
Yeah.
And she would make amazing stuff with it. And sometimes I'd get some off of Grandpa and Grandma. It was my grandpa's sister, or is my grandpa's sister. She's still alive.
Yeah.
And so that's how they did it. They just stored up a bunch when they had the opportunity.
Yes.
And this is a good year to do that, Jan.
It is.
I hope you get a lot put away.
Yeah. Brenda, yes. It can make a huge difference. And yours are in the pasture. Cool. Yeah, the ones in the pasture, unless you can really care for them. Grandpa watered his, fertilized his. I mean, he just really, hi, Tim. He really took care of his and babied them.
And he would go read OSU stuff on how to take care of them. And those pecans were important to him. That was an important crop. My grandpa knew how to make a little piece of ground produce. Yeah. And that was part of it. Pecan trees were part of it. A garden was part of it. Stuff like that. But pecan trees were big to him.
Yes, Brenda. Lots of pecan farms in Oklahoma. Yeah. Yes. Lynette is having walnuts dropped in their yard.
Yeah.
Cool.
Walnuts are good too.
Yeah, they
love
are.
Walnuts. I know a place we might pick some up here before long.
Get them bagged up, Miss Jan. Yeah, Roy says it's awesome sound when the big trees hit the ground. Yeah.
Oh, moths flew out. That's too bad. Yeah.
Oh.
Pecans, if they're not sealed, can do that.
Yeah.
It's best to keep them in the freezer.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll kill any of the moths. Jan says hers are in the pig pasture, so they're getting fertilized pretty well. You got to beat them pigs to the pecans. Our pigs will eat the pecans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Roy, it is an amazing sound when a big tree comes crashing down. I mean, I don't know. I get a thrill, a lot of very natural things. Working cattle gives me quite a thrill. Messing with Mama Cow's cabin, I love that. But dropping a big tree, that's definitely one of them. I mean, it's kind of one of them things that is almost scary, but really cool, and kind of like dealing with a great big old bull. Mm-hmm. Pretty scary, but really cool. And I love dropping those big trees.
But
they're getting fertilized really well. Yes. Yeah.
Lots of black walnuts. Yeah, we did have. We'll see how our trees survived.
Yeah.
We may have lost.
I'm sure we lost one.
Yeah.
I charged accordingly to the spray company. But.
Yeah. So they're very plentiful around here where there are trees.
We've got some friends that have got a couple of good black walnut trees in a yard that's mowed and easy to pick up. We may go pick some up at some point.
Chestnuts. Oh, yeah, Donnie, that sounds good. Chestnuts. I love chestnuts.
Don, where are they in Georgia, North Carolina? Donnie, remind me what state you're in. I'm sorry.
I want to say Alabama.
Struck it. It was dead, 75 feet tall. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, and then dropping a tree that's been dead for a while. It was a little scariness to drop in
Alabama.
Alabama. Okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure. I didn't realize. I don't know much about chestnuts.
Yeah.
I always saw that as a Northeast thing, but I think that's probably an Eastern United States thing. I don't know much about them.
We got where we grew up: hickory nuts, walnuts, pecans.
Yep.
So, yeah, a lot of people call the hickory nuts pig nuts. There is a distinction between the two.
There's a pig nut hickory tree,
but they'll just call them that whenever there is really a distinction. Tricky to shell and it's scary. Yeah. Tim, I think we said hi to you, but just in case, hello. Yeah. So tickled to have Gary home with me this week, and I got lots of work for him. We got one project we need to start videoing that he's working on, and
I think I'm watching and listening to all this chestnuts roasting on an open fire. Yes. I heard that in a song somewhere.
Saw it on TV once.
I saw it on TV. That's what I say about concrete all the time. When somebody asks me if I know how to do concrete, I just say, I saw it on TV once. Black walnuts. We don't have them. Huh.
I
don't know if that's accurate.
I don't think so either, because that one at my mom and dad's house, they've put the house in since. They put the new house is just 15, 16 years old?
Was there, wasn't it?
Was it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because it was there as soon as they had the house in.
But it wasn't there when my granny lived there.
Right.
Which, well, that's been 30 something years ago though now. But yeah.
Yep. They get cut down sometimes.
They do.
And a lot of times there's a lot of black walnuts that never produced walnut. Too.
Right. But my folks have black walnuts all over their place, and they're in what's considered eastern Oklahoma. They're still in the Cross Timbers. They're west of Tulsa and east of Stillwater. But hello, Ed. How are you doing, buddy? I saw a notification, and I hadn't had time to look yet, that you got a chicken pen you're building. Oh, hello, Donna. Donna Griggs is here. Hello. Yeah, Jan's going to be right back.
Oh, yeah, I thought that was barbecue.
You ate so many as a child, you got sick of them. Lots of people don't like them. They think they're too strong.
Black walnuts are definitely a distinctive taste.
Yeah.
It's funny to me that a lot of the things that just about everybody will eat, to me, don't have a lot of flavor unless you put stuff on them.
Yeah.
And chicken. Everybody likes chicken. Chicken tastes like what you put on it. I mean.
I bought stuff for a charcuterie. I say it wrong every time. Charcuterie board on Friday night, just to have something special. Becca was home visiting, and that video of one I just put one out today, a new video. Okay, cool. I'll have to check out.
I think we need to make a video of my pecan cracking setup.
We do.
Because I realized when I taught my little girl
my little girl is 19.
I taught my little girl this last week, who's bigger than her mama. When I taught her how to set up and crack pecans Grandpa Cargill style, and with the slide cracker, that was neat to her, and it was something I guess she hadn't thought about. But there's a system that my grandpa taught all us kids that a system that will sure speed up your pecan cracking if you're cracking them by hand.
Mm-hmm.
And you use a good cracker. I mean, it requires the right kind of cracker too, but it'll sure speed up your stuff.
Townsend, you saw in Townsend that they use walnut for dye. Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yes, walnut is used for dye.
We've used walnut hulls for dye on things. Yeah.
You can also make a tincture to get iodine. Get iodine from walnut hulls. You can put it on your skin. And it'll dye your skin.
Also has jugalone in it.
Yeah.
In the hulls, and that can be used as a warmer.
Yep. Scratches in your furniture.
Yeah.
Yes. Why do we look so cold? Because we're in Kansas, and it is cold here. It is 36 degrees. With a caulking gun. Awesome. Okay. He's got a cracker. We got one of Grandpa Cargill's crackers. Oh, MB. Hello, Michael and Bobby. Hello.
We got 12 people in here and 10
That's
thumbs
awesome.
up. 2 of you don't have your thumbs up. You know what I say about that? Oh.
He's honored. Be nice.
I am being nice.
Oh, mercy.
You want to see me not be nice?
You better be nice. 27. Ooh, Brenda, where in Oklahoma are you at? You got to be in western Oklahoma for it to be that cold. Yeah, it is. It's chilly. It's chilly for sure. And the sun's going down, so it's really going to get cold. Let's see what our low is. 26.
Both lived most of our lives, a lot of our lives with wood stoves.
Mm-hmm.
And so we kind of, when we come in somewhere that doesn't have a wood stove, our house now doesn't have one. This church building doesn't have one.
You got 12 thumbs up.
All right. Good job, guys.
Brother Donnie says it's about to freeze and it's 47 degrees. Oh, you're out by Chandler. So, Brenda, you're in our neck of the woods, honey.
I think we've discussed that.
I think
before.
we have. We have.
We have.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So my grandfather's place with all and you guys may have seen the video saying bye to Grandpa's farm. That was at Cushing.
Yep.
So that's not far from you.
37 in northern Arkansas. So you ain't too far off from us.
But when we come into a place like this, it takes us a while to warm up.
Yeah.
Cindy and I both. So we will sit with our coats on.
Yeah.
Till we get warm.
36 here in Missouri. So Ed is freezing at 36 degrees in Missouri.
That's not freezing. 32 is freezing.
Oh, he's cold. He's cold. Got the fire going. Roy's got the fire going. Man, we're living in the first house we've ever lived in without a wood stove. Mm-hmm. And it is a little bit of torture, but we have not figured out a safe way to put a wood stove in our little bitty trailer house that we wouldn't take up too much room.
Right. That's probably the problem is the space. I could put one on that one wall, but I'd have to do something with my desk. And I really like my big desk. Mm-hmm. And
going to be 24 tonight. I think y'all's getting colder than us, Brenda. Yeah. That's crazy. Because I think we're going to get
Heather
down
Hooper sitting at 12 degrees Fahrenheit.
Woo, Heather.
Way to go. 47 degrees in Texas. But y'all are dying in Texas at 47. Oh, I die in Texas in the summertime.
All my cousins are running around in there, running around all bundled up down there.
Yeah, y'all had to get out of your shorts and your pajama pants for once. Cold enough, y'all are wearing 2 pair of pajama pants.
Yeah, I got cousins down in the Arlington, Fort Worth area, and they kind of are a little bit out of town. I can't remember what town they have a farm. And their farm, they do Christmas trees and they have a wedding venue and all that. I think it's my cousin's husband's family. Anyway, they're always putting fake snow out and stuff this time of year for their Christmas trees and stuff and flocking the trees and all that. And I'm thinking, it's warm. How in the world, But yeah, 20 last night. Brenda. Crazy. I need to call my folks, Brenda. They're not far from you. They're a little hour and 15, 20 minutes. So I need to give them a holler.
We have spent a lot of time at the
Chandler
livestock sale. Well, we had an interesting pig adventure at the little Chandler livestock sale more than once.
Hi, Barb at Benzo Breakers. Hello, Miss Barb.
So Brenda's the one at Chandler, right?
Yes, yeah. Brenda Baker.
So Brenda, the livestock sales sets up on the hill. And down below it is a gas station, right? One time I was at the auction. I bought like 14 little bitty pigs in a cage, in a rabbit cage, little bitty farts. I think they were wild pigs somebody trapped. But anyhow, back then that wasn't a big deal. I bought them, paid like $3 a piece for the things or something, because nobody wanted to buy every one of them.
No.
I put them in my trailer. I drove down after the auction, I drove down to get some fuel. Had a guy pull up, had followed me out of the auction, pull up behind me. He's like, "Did you buy those pigs?" And I said, "Yes." He said, "Well, I want to buy one off of you." I said, "Well, what do you give me for it?" And he said, "I'll give you $20 for it." I paid like $2 or $3 for these pigs. I'm like, "Sure, I'll sell you one. Pick it out." He picked it out. I grabbed it out of the trailer, put it in his SUV for him. And somebody saw me carrying it across the parking lot in the gas station and said, "Are you selling pigs?" I said, "I'll sell you a pig, $20. I sold every one of them stinking little pigs right there in the gas station parking lot for $20 a piece. Best paycheck I had all week.
Hello, Carolina Hill Country. Hello, welcome. Oh, goodness. Yeah, we've got lots of adventures of strange things. Now, that wasn't 9/11. 9/11, we had
that wasn't on 9/11, but we were at Chandler.
We were at Chandler auction that day. We took stuff to the auction. So I remember I was supposed to be getting ready to take the kids with us to go to the auction. Mm-hmm. And I was glued to the TV. But yeah. Yeah.
Aiken at 37.
Yeah. Oof. Yeah, Tim. Oh, he's talking about visiting Mr. Charles. But he starts aching at 37 degrees. That's a little cold to be riding your motorcycle.
Don't doubt anything here. Yeah, you're right. Chandler's quite a unique town.
We got lots of family around there. Yep. We did have. I don't know if they're still around there, but yeah. So yeah, it's neat. And then north of there, Agra and on up to or is Agra's not Stroud. Agra
is we went through Agra going to Chandler.
Okay. Yeah. Because I get mixed up on the roads when I'm going, whether it's 18 or 99. Does that make sense? 18 goes to Chandler and 99 goes to Stroud.
Yeah.
And Agra is on 18.
Yeah. And my great uncle and aunt that lived closer to Agra, they both passed.
Bye, Miss Donna. Thank you for coming in today.
In Davenport. Oh, I got you.
Brenda's in Davenport. Oh, okay. KKK.
For some reason, I thought she said Chandler.
She did.
Okay. Yep, we spent a lot of time in that neck of the woods.
Jan's teasing Ed and says he's in the tropics. They're sitting at 32 degrees. Man, how are y'all that are more southern than us?
What are we, 36?
Yeah.
Well,
I need to adjust
sun went down, so I guarantee you we've dropped.
Yeah, I need to reboot it.
Today wasn't too bad here if you were out of the wind.
Yeah.
Sun was nice and bright. If you're in the sun and out of the wind, it wasn't a bad day.
35, it says. Says we're at 35.
Bye, Donna.
Bye, Donna.
Guess you're leaving us.
Yeah, the weather is bizarre. Bizarre. I know. Kind of crazy.
Well,
7 miles
Merry
from
Christmas to you too, Charles.
So Davenport's in between Chandler and Stroud.
I got you. I knew that name. I don't think I've been to Davenport much, but I've been to Stroud a lot. I've been to Chandler a lot.
I did. We went to something with school, but Davenport. But Mr. Charles made a video to wish all his newfound friends a Merry Christmas. Well, yes. Well, we were just tickled that you sent us a card. I will tell you, I don't send cards. I'm horrible at cards. So I don't. Yes, Carolina Hill Country. We are in southeast Kansas, out in the prairie.
Donnie, if you want to talk to me about that, call me. Yeah. It's okay. The church is good.
The church is good. Yeah.
But yes.
Yeah. Yeah, we are in We're in Kansas. Gary's working in Missouri through the week, most weeks. He's home for Christmas. Yeah. So, yeah. Donna, give him a call. That'll be good. Dan's Rib Restaurant is on the curve headed to Stroudus, Davenport. Okay, I know right where that's at. The Rib Restaurant.
Okay, I'm trying to remember it. Well, okay. Stroud's on 99.
But it would
There's
be
an open
on.
arena
But it'd be.
south of Rose Hill.
But you're gonna go to Stroud and then go to go to Chandler, and it be between. It's a different road.
Okay.
Different road. Yeah. Yes. Thank you, Charles. I'm just not good at it. My family wasn't good at cards, and I never got good at that. I'm fidgety. This bench is hard. This little stool I'm sitting on 66. Okay. I couldn't remember the number, Brenda. I'm terrible. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you,
Yes.
Charles. 55 cents for stamps. Isn't that crazy, y'all? I know that would, yeah. And we have not had snow yet. We did get it yet. We should have gotten snow by now.
In Missouri one day last week, I kept telling my brother, I said, I see something white flying. He kept saying it's sawdust. And I said, I see, Joe, we're cutting metal. I see something in the air. It's just sawdust. And finally something hit him. He said, that wet sawdust just hit me in the eyeball.
Thanks for coming in, Carolina Hill Country. Merry Christmas. Enjoy dinner with your family, supper with your family.
Yeah. Thank you guys for being in here.
Yes, the wind does make it a lot colder, Ed. And yeah, we did get a little bit of it was a little bigger than sleet. We did get a little bit of hail with the storm. We kind of where we're at, we were in between two towns, and we were kind of in like a weird spot in the storm. And so it was like a squall line, and the storm wasn't real wide. And where we were at was just kind of in a little break. And so we didn't get near the rain. The town here got over half an inch of rain, and we didn't even get a quarter inch of rain. We maybe got 2 or 3 tenths of rain.
40 cards. Yeah.
Woo!
A lot of rain yesterday, Charles says.
Wow. I'm jealous. My pasture's looking pitiful for our poor cows. They got some new neighbors today, our calves did. They put cows on the pasture to the east of us, so they got some new neighbors.
They're going to winter some pears there.
Yeah. They instead of bawling at them across the road, now they can bawl at them across the fence.
Yeah. Well, I fed tonight. I was hoping they'd all come out of the brush, and they did.
Donnie, we do not have a storm shelter nearby. That is something that we're going to need to remedy at some point.
Yes, it's on my list.
Hannah and I hunkered down whenever the 80-mile-an-hour winds was hitting, because I'll tell you, it was rocking that trailer house. Gary tied that thing down. It is in cement piers and anchored down, and anchored down good.
Yeah,
but
I've got an anchor strap on about every 10 feet.
Mm-hmm.
And I've set, most of those anchors are set into the concrete piers I poured. And those concrete piers are 3 foot deep or better.
Yeah. Bye, Miss Brenda.
And then
have a good supper.
They've got rebars and dead legs on them and stuff, and they're going to hold.
Yeah, our big worry was the house coming apart.
Yes, that's what would happen.
Yeah, so we went, Hannah and I went into, by the time they warned us of the strong winds, it was too late for us to try to go anywhere. The warnings were delayed, and so we actually got one of the warnings after I put Hannah in the hallway. And we actually got that warning after I put her in the hallway. And I already knew we were in if a tree come apart, we needed to be where there wasn't windows. But Gary had trimmed the trees up, and the dead trees and
just right before
just before it. So it worked out really good a few days before.
I knew that storm was coming, so I trimmed that tree up just for that.
Okay. Donnie says they put a above ground shelter. Yes, they're starting to do some of those around here too.
Yeah.
We can have below ground shelters because of we're pretty dry. We got a dry climate.
We got pretty good deep soil that will drain.
Yeah, brother Charles, Mr. Charles says, he was in winds that strong and he crawled under the couch because he couldn't get out the front door. Yep. Oh, Jan had a huge tree crack by the road this week. Didn't fall on the fence. I don't mind you. I believe you tipping that couch over.
And if I lived in a camper, I would anchor it.
Yep.
I would anchor it at least on 4 corners. Trailer house anchors aren't expensive, hard to put in. And even if you're just bolting onto your frame, something to keep it from flipping. At some point, it can blow a trailer house or a camper apart.
Yeah.
But I would do some kind of anchor.
Yeah. Yeah, we just Hannah and I hunkered down in there. It wasn't very long at all. I had been outside because the hog house flipped, and so I run outside. But the rain was already done by the time that the winds got so bad that right after I came in from putting the fence back up for the hogs, I just was worried about them getting out on the highway. We've had such tragedy lately here with accidents on the highway from animals that I just could not take that risk. I would rather risk my life than risk someone else's. So, and somebody hits a 350-pound hog at 65 miles an hour, it's not going to be good. So in the dark. So, so I was out there getting that done, and I didn't want Hannah out there, in case it went. And I did put my truck where it kind of blocked the wind because the wind was out of the south and the west. It was switching back and forth. And so I put my truck to kind of block that so Donnie, I could get work done.
See you later. Hey,
good night.
Call me sometime, and I'll talk to you about what's going on at the church. But it is good. But call me sometime.
Oh, RV's going bye-bye at the first of the year. Cool. Congratulations, Ed.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
2 trees down on the back fence. Ooh. Oh. We had a tree down on our fence, but it was from the neighbor, and he went and Johnny will give you a call. Says we'll do. Okay. We had a tree down, and it came from the neighbors, and he came in since he was checking fence so he could put his cows over, and he got it cut off the fence. I do need to go down and move the limbs around that are in the pasture. Gary, that might be something on Gary and I's list this week. You can take the chainsaw down and cut them bigger limbs up, and we can stack them. Yeah. But yeah,
if there's any firewood at all, we'll
take the firewood, and then the limbs we could probably put up we got a wash that we like to put the limbs in. Oh no.
Yeah.
Well, praise the Lord, he was all right.
Good.
Praise the Lord.
There was a lot of tragedy.
There was a lot of tragedy in those tornadoes.
That's too bad.
It's heartbreaking. One of my cousins, they've got a whole lot of family in Kentucky in one of the towns that was hit so bad. And then we have some friends from Wyoming that have family in one of the towns, and they're going down there. I believe it's the same town, but they took up a big load, and they've got a big covered trailer. I can't think of what I want to call that trailer, but they got a big trailer that they filled up, and they're going to have to find something else to haul stuff down there from Wyoming down to Kentucky to help out. And then we had a friend that was down there feeding folks with the chefs. He's got some chef thing that they go and do disaster relief. But yeah, so
that's a Catholic organization.
Is that a Catholic?
You're talking about Mike?
Yes, Mike.
Yeah, mm-hmm. It's a Catholic organization.
Okay, because it says chefs for something. So yeah.
Well, I believe. Well, maybe he could. Maybe he works with both. Maybe
he may.
With the Catholic disaster relief and the chefs group. But yeah.
Awesome, Ed. 3 years worth of firewood would be pretty nice. Pretty nice.
Cool.
Gary cuts firewood and Hannah and him split it and stack it up by the highway, and people come by and buy it.
Yeah, I don't get after it like I used to, but when I get a chance, I'll put a load up there. Having a little stacked firewood's like having money in a bank.
Yeah.
You know, even if you're burning, it's like having money in a bank. And so I do that when I get a chance, and a little trickle. I kind of believe that, especially when you're kind of self-employed like I am, a trickle here, a trickle there, eventually it'll make up quite a bit of money. So if I can do something here that's going to earn me a little $10 or $15, something here is going to earn me $20 or $30, and you know, I just kind of keep a lot of things going on. So the firewood pile's part of it.
Yeah, cattle and pigs, all of it adds up.
Yeah,
all of it adds. Even soap.
Yep.
Even soap. Even my soap adds up.
So we just kind of keep several little trickles, and that takes pretty good care of us most of the time.
It does. It does. But yeah, Miami. Yeah. Have biker friends that barely live in Kansas but work in Miami. I was probably just pretty close to their house a few weeks ago. Went down to my sister's down by Grove, Oklahoma, down by the lake. And the way I come home, I come through Miami and up through this very corner of southeast Kansas and on up home. But yeah. Yeah, Ed, you might see if you can borrow a wood splitter, a log splitter. Yeah. I'm too old for that business.
And I can tell you, it depends on what you're splitting, Ed. What kind of wood are you splitting, do you know?
A maul would be better than an axe.
Maul would be good. Sledgehammer and wedges kind of get you away.
Yeah.
You can use a maul and wedges, backside of maul and wedges.
Yeah. And
that works pretty good. Being able to read your wood.
Yeah.
And knowing how wood splits helps a whole lot. I'm a fat old washed up construction worker, and I got bad shoulders, but I can still split pretty good just because I split enough wood that I understand how it works. So Ed, pay attention to your cracks, pay attention to what things are doing. Always split wood like it was standing in the woods. It will split better if you split it like it was standing. In other words, if this part of your log was the up part, that's how you want it, the top. And if you turn it over, it's harder to split sometimes. So.
Yeah, there's lots of tricks to splitting wood. We probably ought to do a video on splitting wood.
I can tell you that, you know, there's a lot of hedge. I cut a lot of hedge where I live, and I don't want to split that with them all if I don't have to. I don't mind splitting ash. I cut some ash. It's not too bad. Hackberry's miserable because you can get it to split, but you can't get it apart. Yeah. It's pretty grainy.
Fibrous, yeah.
But I split a bunch of red oak for my sister-in-law's porch for my brother.
Well, that straight grain just.
And it splits nice. I didn't even stand the logs up. I just walked down through there with them all in one hand, smacking the ends of it and splitting it open. So it's dependent on your wood.
Cedar, pine, and oak.
Okay. Those will split. It depends on what kind of oak, Ed. Depends on what kind of oak you're splitting. Those will split good. Watch for your knots. Watch where your natural cracks are. Stand your wood up like it was standing in when it was in a tree, and try to split. Try not to have to split knots. Yeah. Split around knots if you can, and sometimes the big chunks that you just smack in the middle 2 or 3 times and they don't even just bounce your axe out. Knock a piece off the edge and kind of work an edge for a little bit. That helps. But sometimes you're going to need something bigger than an axe. Yeah. An axe doesn't have enough weight. It doesn't have enough lead in its rear.
Yeah.
You need a maul a lot of times. I've used a pole axe, just a big felon axe with a long, good pole handle. I've used that and done pretty good, but there's some experience to that too. But a maul will go a long ways, Ed, if you get a chance to get a good splitting maul.
And yeah. Definitely get a maul or some wedges and a sledgehammer if you have to.
I would suggest getting a maul and some wedges, because there's some stuff it's just going to be easier once you get it busted the first time, and the wedges can help with that.
Or find a neighbor or friend with a log splitter.
A log splitter helps.
Gas log splitter.
And I've got one of those and I use it. But I'm not always where I can use it. So I still use the old method. But one year, Cindy and I, well, several years, I hand split 150 ricks of wood in the winter.
We were young.
Yeah, I was young, and that's why my shoulders are bad, and that's why that's why I'm a washed up construction worker. But
your dad used to brag about his log splitter, Gary.
Yeah, when I was young man, junior high probably, my dad was still selling a lot of firewood, and we were close to Tulsa, and a guy was at the wood pile and seeing all the wood stacked up, and I was finishing eating supper, and the guy asked Dad if he had a log splitter, and about that time I came out of the house, he said, "Yeah, I do. Here he comes right now."
Yeah.
Yeah. I had some old men that stood patiently and taught me how to read wood and how to swing a maul right. And both my grandpas were part of that. My dad definitely helped with that. But there's an old man named Ray C. Wright that he really liked to teach me that stuff. So I learned a lot of that, young. But Ed, that's also something, if you keep trying, you'll figure it out. Yeah, it is just one of those repetitive things. You'll figure it out. And you might figure out some of your wood just doesn't split good.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the truth.
That is true.
I left my nephew a pile of wood to split. I said, "Lane, that's yours." And he's like, "Okay, I'll split it." It was the stuff I knew wouldn't split.
It is good. It is good exercise, and it gives good content.
Yeah.
If you don't know what you're doing, it will.
It'll be great content if you don't know what you're doing. We all love to watch you.
And if you,
Ed, it's not a matter of knowing what you're doing. It's just learning the finesse of it. There's a finesse to it.
But you can hurt yourself if you're not careful.
So do be careful.
I use the wrong word. You don't know what you're doing. I'm sorry. Wrong words there. You can hurt yourself, especially with an axe. A maul will hurt you too because it's heavy.
Yeah.
But you can hurt yourself, wear out your shoulders, tear your rotator cuff. I mean, you can really.
I'm going to tell you something else, Ed. Every time I've ever seen it done on TV, I've heard the experts talk about it. I've read books about how to split firewood, and I don't think any of them know what they're talking about. They always want you to put a log down and put another log on top of it. Supposedly, it keeps the ground from dampening the blow or something. That's never worked for me because it puts it at the wrong height.
And then it also makes it where it shoots back at you if you're not careful.
I've just never found that to be an effective method. And there's Mother Earth News has an article about that about every 2 years. And I just don't think it's effective.
And you'll get exercise putting logs in that log splitter, wrestling them around. You will still get exercise, buddy. But yeah, I'm just spoiled. We've had that log splitter for mercy 25 years or close to 25 years. And it's on its second or third engine. That thing is the way to go. Bye, Miss Lynette. You have a good evening, honey. Thanks for coming in and joining us.
Yeah, thank you.
But yeah, Ed, just be careful. Be careful. Don't hurt yourself. That's always my big worry, is hurting yourself. We had a kid when we were in Wyoming. We had a foster kid.
I didn't take my log splitter.
No, it stayed with Gary's dad in Oklahoma.
And he put another motor on it.
Yeah, he put another motor in it. But we had a little guy with us. Oh, goodness. He was for a few weeks at a time with us. And he was a teenager, had lots of frustrations. And so Gary would turn him loose with the split and maul and wedges, or with a hammer and wedges. It was a hammer and wedges. I don't know how many handles Gary had to put in that hammer. That poor boy could not. I told his foster mom, you need to take him and get his eyes checked because he cannot hit that wedge with a lick, worth a lick. And she was just floored and that we could get him to work. She was like, "Are you kidding me? He won't do nothing but play video games." I said, "We don't have video games here."
Nope.
We didn't have any video
games. You can read or work.
That
was kind of the rules at our house.
And there's no place to go. There's no mall. The mall was an hour away.
The mall was in his hands when he was swinging it.
Yeah. And so there was no place to go. There were no friends to hang out with. So
and the people, the kids around, they wanted to come hang out at our house and
work.
We did some fun things. We threw tomahawks and we did some fun things, and they wanted to hang out and work and do things with us. And so what? Friends would come over. It wasn't like it got him out of anything.
Oh, yes, Charles. It's dangerous. Yeah, it is dangerous.
It's important,
Mhm.
and you can buy wedges, but it's important that wedges are a soft steel, not a hardened steel. And sometimes they harden the end of them and done different ways, but that driving point needs to be a soft steel.
Yes, boredom is a great motivator, Tim. And it helped him a lot. I mean, he really helped him work out. He had a lot of anger, a lot of trauma.
It also
in his
taught
life.
him that he could be productive.
Yes.
That he could accomplish something.
That he could help provide for the family.
Yep.
You would have thought by him splitting those few chunks of wood that he had brought home $1 million.
And we let him put them in the fire and stand around and enjoy the heat.
And he was a teenager.
The fruit of what he was doing.
Yeah. He was a teenager. He wasn't a little boy.
No.
But yeah, he was a teenager, and you know, but
we had a young man. They were grade school. They were grade school still, I think. But I had a young man here that was living with his grandmother, who we were helping us keep firewood, and he's living with his grandmother for a little while, and he was really struggling with some things. And when my son left, and my son was off in Kansas City when he first moved out of the house, I brought that kid out to help me and my daughters with firewood. And I said, okay, this is how I'm paying you for helping me, as we're taking a load to your house.
Mm-hmm.
And man, he got to help me cut that. He got to help split it and stack it and load it. And I didn't let him run the chainsaw. No. I'm pretty particular about chainsaws, but it's the most dangerous hand tool ever made.
It is very dangerous.
But he got to provide that wood for the house he was living in. That did so much for that kid's ego. Here was his grandma, who had kind of been the one to always look out for the family, but he got to provide for her.
Yes.
And he loved that. And he bragged about it. I told him he should. And his mama was just tickled to death that he got to be so proud of something. And it helped him. It helped him to be productive and be, feel like he was accomplishing something.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like splitting wood too, Jan.
Yeah.
I really do. I've always enjoyed swinging them all, and I've always enjoyed cutting firewood.
Yeah.
There's other ways for me to make money, and I do have a few skills, and I can make money without cutting firewood, but I still cut some firewood.
And we miss the wood heat. There is nothing like wood heat. Yeah. I'm glad that y'all could.
Yeah, Charles, that's kind of crazy that he hit a vein.
Yeah.
There's accidents. Anytime you're working like that, there's accidents that can happen. And I'm sure sorry that happened to your brother. I'm taking it that you didn't lose him.
Yes.
From your wording, I'm taking it that he made it.
Right, Charles. Well, we get to a certain point where we have to give some things up, Mr. Charles. And it's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Charles, I'm going to tell you that some of those old men that were getting to where their backs couldn't work, couldn't handle a lot of that. They taught me a lot. Using my back, they taught me how to do things. And I learned a lot from my dad's old coon hunting buddies and my grandparents.
Charles didn't lose his brother, but it was close. That can be traumatizing. That really can. You'll never forget that, ever. Well, guys, we're going to get off here because Doug.
Jan,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Jan, I like a log splitter too. And one of the things I'm going to do when I'm home is try to fix the tires on my log splitter so that it can be borrowed out a little more. And maybe Cindy can rent it out and give her a little income too. But log splitters are a great thing. And that's one of those things that not everybody in a community should have to buy one. It should be loaned around. Yeah.
Yeah, we try to share as many of our resources as we can. We try to have things to bless others with, and we're blessed to be in a community that a lot of people are like-minded in that way.
Our chicken plucker is one of those things. If you're friends with me and around me, you don't need to buy a chicken plucker, borrow mine.
Yeah. So we're going to get going because Doug and Shelly with His Way Homestead should be going live any minute. It says 6:00. It's not showing that they're live yet, but people are already into their stream.
In here? Usually he's in here.
Yeah, usually he's in here, but he's not. So y'all go over and check out
Captain Caveman.
Yes, Captain Caveman.
Go Commander Bacon.
And check out Commander Bacon. And they are live, so we're going to get going. Merry Christmas, everybody. Thank you so much for your support. We love y'all. We pray that you're blessed. And remember, guys, God loves you. Oh, God made you special.
And he loves you very much.
I got it all. Thank you, guys.
Have a good Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Love y'all.